Yo, 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 what up, YouTube fam? It's your boy Jamie. You are now tuned in to Inside the Mind of a Millionaire. Look, so today we're gonna talk about being a business owner. This shit is hard. And I'm gonna just be blunt. Because I feel like a lot of people think that being a business owner is easy. They think that, being a business owner is something simple as they see people get this common misconception. You see the nice cars, the nice clothes, the jewelry, the nice crib, and they think that, hey, this was easy. Man, this shit is hard. Listen, to be Drake worked his ass off. Drake don't never stop working. Drake always on tour. He always in the studio dropping new music, doing features, always doing club hosts. Whatever Drake is doing, he's starting new businesses, taking endorsements. He got his OVO brand. Yo, to be a business owner, to actually be a successful business owner and to get to where Drake has gotten, or to get to Kobe, to get to where Kobe has gotten, to do what Kobe has done, it takes hard work. You sacrifice so much to be in these positions, to be who I am. I tell people I sacrifice so much. I sacrifice spending time with my family. I work so much. It's days I literally wake up working, I fall asleep working. So from the time I open my eyes to the time I shut them, I'm working. Some people can't even fathom the thought of that. I'm always working, I'm always on my phone. You see me at dinner, I'm getting calls, taking emails. I try not to take calls at dinner, but I'm looking at my phone, I may get a text, I may get an email, I might answer and say, hey, look, I'm gonna hit you back. I'm at dinner right now. But it's always on for me. I can never get a break from it at this point. 14 restaurants in, I gotta keep moving. And I understand that, for me, it's bigger than just, at this point, it's not even just about me. It's about my team. It's like I have to do certain things so that the ship continues to move forward. I know that I have to review payroll, for instance, and press the send button, give the green light for my accountant to fire off the payroll so everybody get paid. I know I gotta do certain things. I gotta pay for permits. I gotta do this. I gotta watch that. I gotta market so people can come in, so people can keep their job. I have to work 100 times harder than everyone else to keep this thing going. And I feel like more entrepreneurs should spend more time talking about how hard this shit really is. It's hard. There's days I be stressed out. There's times I don't sleep. There's nights I literally can't sleep. Sometimes it's because my mind is being creative and I have ideas and I can't sleep. Sometimes I can't sleep because I'm stressed out because I got problems I got to deal with. Or sometimes I can't sleep because I got, so much stuff that needs to be done, my mind won't relax. Like, you just make sacrifices. There's so much I've done. I've sacrificed relationships, friendships. I can't spend as much time with my friends as I want to. There's weekends I can't go out. Sometimes I don't even want to do certain things because I don't want to knock my routine off. Like, no bullshit. Like, it'll be times like my friends will be going out and I'll be like, man, I'm not gonna go out because I need to wake up early in the morning because I got shit to do. And I don't want to be sluggish the next day. Because I need to be at 110% when everyone else is not. I need to be sharp. I can't just go out and get fucked up, wake up the next morning and go to work, if I know it's gonna have me a few steps behind. I can get fucked up and go out and party and shit and then wake up the next morning and work, but I ain't gonna be at my A game. I might be at my B game. Fuck being on my A game, I need to be on my A++ game, you feel me? So, a lot of times I won't even do it. I'm just like, you know what, I'm gonna chill, man, I'll catch y'all later. My friends, they traveling, they going vacation. I can't go on vacation like I want to. I used to go on vacation all the time. If y'all follow me on the gram, y'all know I used to stay on the plane, stay traveling, stay living life. It's gotten to a point now where shit, I'm busy. I can't always travel as much as I want to. I can't jump up, get on the plane, go nowhere. Because being a business owner is hard. We faced with hard decisions every day. And I'm gonna give y'all, I always like to share a story. So in this video, I'm gonna share a story with y'all. I'm gonna give y'all a hard scenario, a hard story, a hard situation, scenario that I've recently encountered. and this isn't even pertaining to like hard work or, just, and specifically, this is a hard situation, a hard decision I've had to make. So I had an employee who worked for me, a team member of mine, that has worked with me at Candy Shack since shortly after it started. And, she's done such an amazing job for me. She's worked so hard. She's made sacrifices. And she's made raises. I paid her well. She continued to work hard. I gave her another raise. And she's made it to a high point where she was making a lot of money. And it got to a point where she was overpaid because as I started to put processes in place and hire more staff, she didn't need to do so much anymore. So she kind of became obsolete in her position because now I have processes. I got delivery vans, delivery drivers. She doesn't need to run around and pick up stuff anymore. I have people doing, all of the things that she once did by herself, but she needed help. And in order to grow the business, I have to hire certain people. I have to hire people to not only work in the stores, I have to hire people to help me with what I'm doing. I have to hire upper level management, operations people, people to coordinate things for me. I have to hire all of these different people. I have so many people that work that actually people never see, that work for and with me, that people just never see them. So, long story short, the young lady, she worked so hard for me. She got to a certain point. She's making so much money, and it was like, okay, she's making all of this money, and is now at a point where she's unable to, her salary doesn't make sense. So, what am I to do? I have to lower her salary because it's like, hey, you're making all of this money to do all of this work that is no longer necessary for you. So I need to get some of those wages back so that I can spread those out so the business can continue to grow. I need to hire better people, smarter people, not necessarily better than her or smarter than her specifically, but I need to hire a better team of people to help push the brand and the business forward. And in doing so, it's left me with a tough decision. Do I just eat her salary? Do I eat her $60,000 salary that I'm paying her when really she probably should be making about $35,000? But I'm paying her $60,000. And listen, I love her to death. The choice that I actually made, and I'll share it with you guys at the end of the video. But that's like a hard decision. I had to think on this. And it's like, damn, man, she worked so hard to earn that $60K. She made sacrifices. She went places for me, and it virtually was an extension of myself. When I needed her, she was there. So do I cut her salary? What do I do? I thought about it long and hard. Me personally, I even tried to figure out ways to like, man, is there something else is there another place I can put her to continue to make 60? Because her way of life, when people make a certain amount of money, they get new cars, they get new apartments, new places to live. They see the growth in the business. But, this young lady, she reached her ceiling. There was nowhere else for her to go. There's nothing else more that she can do for the brand or for the company. So I just, I thought about it to myself. I asked myself, I said, hey, I told myself, should I just keep her there? Should I lower it? I've talked to other people. One of my top supervisors, my top advisors, he was saying, hey man, you paid her for the work that you did. You don't owe her anything. But me, if you know anything about me, I'm a very loyal person. And I cannot just strip somebody who's worked hard, who's, I feel like, helped me get to where I am by doing something like that. And I ended off with this. I'll go ahead and tell you guys what I chose to do. And I'll tell you the reason why I chose to do what I chose to do. And I'll also tell you guys what I think the correct decision was. I chose to let her keep the $60,000. And I took a pay cut. So that way she can continue to make the money that she was making for the work that she did for me. Even though she ended up being just a store manager and that's where she is, I continued to let her make her $65,000. I took the pay cut. Now, the correct business decision, and I would tell anyone this, would have been to lower her salary. She's reached her ceiling. Would have been to lower her salary, and some companies would have even terminated this employee. But I'm not like that. Now, I'm sure I'll be faced with other hard decisions like this, and I don't want y'all to think I'm soft or I make bad business decisions. But in this particular case, I was close to this employee, and loyalty was more important to me than anything. So she's helped out. She went into work when no one else would. She helped out our stores and nobody else would. She would make trips when no one else would. So for me, I felt the right thing to do. And again, it's not always about business. Sometimes it's about doing the right thing. And I chose the right thing to do. I felt the right thing to do was to let her keep her salary. So that's what I did. But in business, the correct thing to do would have been to lower her salary. If we're just looking at things black and white, either would have been to lower her salary or terminate her. I wouldn't say terminate, but I would just say that the correct thing to do would have been to definitely lower her salary down to the position that she ended up in. She was getting paid like she was a district manager when she really didn't have district manager level talent. And like I said, as my business grew, I had to hire people that actually had that experience and that training and that knew how to push the company forward, that really knew how to help with supply chain. Like I have someone on my team that does supply chain. I have a real district manager, because she didn't have that training and I was unable to provide that training for her. Because Candy Shack is new. Everything I'm doing is new. I'm learning along the way. I'm making mistakes along the way, and I'm continuing to correct those mistakes along the way. The best education, I would tell you guys, the best education for owning a business and running a business is actually owning and running a business. There's no books, there's no school, there's nothing that could teach you how to run a business better than actually running a business. So you guys remember that. No business, no company is perfect. I'm not perfect. I always say that here on my YouTube stuff. But I do the very best that I can. I do the absolute very best that I can, and try to make the best decisions that I can in the face of adversity and tough decisions every day of the week. It seems like the larger the company grows, the harder the decisions are to make. I try not to wrap my feelings in them too much, and I try to keep it business. But sometimes, it's better to do the right thing. But hey, you guys remember, like I said, being a business owner is hard. Sacrifices that be made, hard decisions that be made. And that's all I got for y'all today. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram, @MindOfAMillionaire. It's your boy Jamie. Thank you for tuning in to Inside the Mind of a Millionaire. Hope you learned something today. Peace out.